Weather brings in some wild conditions later on this evening. So about a half an hour ago, the National Weather Service extended the tornado watch across Iowa into the state line. So Stevenson County, Joe Davies, Carroll, Whiteside counties, you'll be under that watch until 11 o'clock. As these storms slide in sometime between 9 and 10, we'll have to keep an eye out for the possibility of tornadoes as well as damaging wind gusts. Now, even if we don't see the tornadoes, that damaging wind gust threat may be in play across the state line. So outside of the thunderstorms, still could see wind gusts up to 65 miles per hour or greater. May start to see those approach those values as soon as 8 o'clock, and then will extend close to midnight. Power outages, difficult driving conditions, a possibility, as well as looking at some tree damage as those winds start to knock down some tree branches. Now, the storms themselves are still near Des Moines, but they're moving at about 80 to 85 miles per hour, so they are screaming across Iowa. If they do manage to hold that speed, they could be into the Rockford area by as early as 9 p.m. But again, it depends on if they maintain that very fast speed across the Hawkeye State. We'll definitely keep a close eye on this and update the timing accordingly. In general, it's the areas in red and orange that have the greatest tornado threat. Spots in yellow, which is right approaching into Joe Davies County as well as Stevenson County, you are looking at that lower risk for tornadoes, but again, there's enough there to prompt that tornado watch. Areas in green likely seeing the possibility of damaging wind gusts, but that tornado threat does die down the farther east you go. Either way, we'll be keeping a very close eye on the winds out ahead of the storms and that line of thunderstorms themselves. They'll be sliding across much of eastern Iowa over the next couple hours, entering our picture between about 9 and 10 p.m. As you can see, they're weakening, but still could provide that damaging wind threat as they sweep through between about 10 p.m. and midnight. After midnight, the storms should be out. We'll be dry by then, but still looking at some strong winds. Already getting some hints of that. Winnebago just recently reporting a wind gust up to 50 miles per hour. These will be a little sporadic as we go throughout the course of this evening, but still, worst the winds arriving after about 8 o'clock. You can see closer to 10 to midnight. I think that's when the peak of the winds will be. So approaching 10 o'clock, approaching to 60 miles per hour. They slowly settle off then going into early tomorrow morning. So be ready for those very strong wind gusts. Again, power outages a possibility, falling branches a possibility, and you still have some time to get the trash cans as well as the holiday decorations in just in case they blow around as well. Make sure that you've got a way to get severe weather alerts, especially if the power goes out. So have that 13 Weather Authority app handy just in case. Charge up your phone now while you still have power, just again in case the power goes out. At least you've got that to give you those warnings. Find those flashlights just in case as well. And if you are going to be out driving late this evening, 10 and 2, have a firm grip on that steering wheel. When it comes to our forecast, we're really cooling off behind all of this windy and warm weather. Temperatures in the 40s tomorrow, 30s after that. Should be much quieter as we get into the weekend, officially starting winter on Tuesday, and that's up to 38 degrees. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, we look a little mild in time for Christmas. That's in range of our 10-day forecast. You can see 37 10 days from now on Christmas Day. Evan and Brittany.
Getting a little colder, Alex. Thanks for that.